From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today's June 23rd, 2016. It is a Thursday, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Paige Learnard, and we are at the Charles B. Aycock birthplace in between Pikeville and Fremont.
That's right off Highway 117. This is a farm from the mid-1800s, possibly even before that. I'm not exactly sure of the history of when it started, but been here a long time. Right now it's a show place, the Charles B. Aycock birthplace. It is indeed a show place and a working farm as well. You can look around, you see all the tobacco fields and the corn fields. You see sheep and goats and guineas and geese. Got geeses over there.
Let's don't get them started.
All right, okay, because they've been noisy earlier today, so we're going to try to keep them quiet. If they start making noises, we'll have to leave.
Most definitely.
Some of the things going on around the area is a bunch of stuff going on. What is it? I haven't seen this. What is this?
The Senior Center has a free event that is coming up this Saturday, the 25th.
Okay.
From 12 to 2. And it is SLAM, which is Spoken Language Arts Movement, a creative approach to mental health awareness.
Wow. Presented by urban youth specialist and author Michael Ginn.
Yes.
Starts at noon?
Starts at noon.
Goes till 2 o'clock.
Yes.
And that's this Saturday at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street. Free for all ages. Everybody's invited to attend regardless of age. Refreshments, door prizes, giveaways. And if you have any questions, I've got a phone number for you here. It's call Gina at 919-330-4367. Right? All right, good. That's good. That should be really good. It promotes social awareness, positivity, and healing to all who attend. Okay, sounds good. Coming up, the first annual memorial Judge Tim Finan Prayer Breakfast. This is coming up on June 30th and is sponsored by the Wayne County Bar Association. And it'll be held beginning at 7:30 a.m., 7:30 in the morning at St. Paul United Methodist Church Fellowship Hall. That's at 204 East Chestnut Street. 204 East Chestnut, St. Paul United Methodist. Everybody's invited to attend. Donations will be accepted for the St. Paul Scholarship Fund. But again, you may recall Judge Tim Finan, who passed away last year, wasn't he?
Last year, yep. Last
year. Judge Tim Finan, a great loss for Wayne County. It's the first annual Memorial Judge Tim Finan Prayer Breakfast, sponsored by the Wayne County Bar Association, June 30th. That's Thursday morning at 7:30 at St. Paul. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. I can't read that. What's next on the Center Street Jam thing there?
Center Street will be Hip Pocket on June 30th.
Hip Pocket.
Yep.
Hip Pocket. Okay. All right. Still going real strong. And of course, Go Wayne Go occasionally will have an evening of walking prior to the event begins. So that's just a healthy way to start your evening at Center Street Jam. 44 North Carolina communities has received marks for high performance from the National Main Street Center. And guess who one of them was? One of them was the city of Goldsboro, and we're very proud of that. Downtown Goldsboro, DGDC, receiving the honors. The National Main Street Centers, a subsidiary of the National Trust for Historic Preservation, has cited 44 North Carolina communities for economic vitality and fidelity in following the best practice standards for historic preservation and community revitalization championed by the Center. 11 new communities joined the ranks of accredited North Carolina communities as compared to last year's roster. Each year, the National Main Street Center and its partners issue accreditation to Main Street's programs across the country. And there's several new ones, as I mentioned, but the communities receiving accreditation again this year includes, of course, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Oh yeah, Goldsboro right in there again. And we're very proud of that. We appreciate that and congratulate the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation for making that happen. A lot of hard work goes into that. Spartan Alliance is sponsoring a Wounded Veterans event along with First Responders event. They're going to show support for first responders and supporting wounded veterans. This will be coming up at the end of July now, so you have almost a little over a month to get ready for this. It's going to be a cookout for a cause, they're calling it, and this is going to be at Waynesboro Park on July 30th, beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning and going until 9 o'clock in the afternoon, all day and halfway into the night affair. It's going to be a big event at Waynesboro Park, just off Highway 117 South, 117 Bypass South. The cost is $15 per person. It's going to be a whole lot of food, $15 a person, with live music and food, fellowship, and fun. They will also have a display of all-terrain wheelchairs on display. They're trying to drive home a point, and that point is that all veterans and first responders who are encouraged to attend will have the Spartan sword on site as well. The iconic relic was forged from 9/11 steel out of New York City. At some point during the event, they will administer the Spartan Pledge, also an oath among warfighters not to take their own life as all lives matter. And this is simply because every day 22 veterans commit suicide. And that's the point they're trying to drive home. Help us save our heroes. 22 veterans every day commit suicide. So mark on your calendars, July 30th, 10 o'clock, Waynesboro Park. All right. We've got the Wayne County Board of Elections is recruiting new precinct officials for the November election. This is a paid position now. Requirements are that you be a registered voter in Wayne County. You have to be registered. You have to be capable of operating a laptop. You have to be willing to work at least from 6 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. on election day. That is a long day, so be sure that you can do that. You must be able to attend a 2-hour training session. You must be able to remain nonpartisan and impartial, which is pretty hard for some people, but you have to do that. You have to be impartial. To apply, you go to waynevotes.com, waynevotes.com, or visit the Wayne County Board of Elections office at 209 South William Street. And that says Administration Building on the outside of the building. But it's 209 South William, right across from the courthouse or the sheriff's office in that area, okay? If you want to ask questions, you can call them at 919-731-1411. 731-1411. It's a paid position, and it's as a precinct official. Our guest today is Selenna Bennett of Communities in Schools. Hello.
Good morning.
It's so good to see you.
It's
been
good
a while.
to be back. It has.
Yeah,
It's been a couple of months.
Aries has been coming to visit, and
That's right.
She's letting us know all about teen court, and she's doing a great job.
Yes, she is.
And what an amazing program that is.
Yes.
But now, Communities in School is the umbrella, if you will, of so many programs.
That is correct.
Where do we start? Let's go.
It's hard to find a starting point.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of give a very broad overview.
Right.
Because there may be people listening that don't know that we're a nonprofit and that we work with the school system.
Right.
We work with students who are at risk of not being successful in school and of not being able to graduate from high school. So our mission is to surround those students who need that additional layer of support. And we have a staff member in 6 schools who go in and work with the leadership team at that school to identify students that need additional support.
And they're certainly out there. I know anybody and everybody knows nowadays especially that there are children out there who are at risk, and for one reason or another, they're not either doing well in school, or they're prohibited from doing well in school, or there's a peer pressure, there's problems at home, a single parent, or whatever the reason. There's a lot of reasons, but there's a lot of kids out there, young people out there, who are not doing well in school, and all they need is just to get a little support.
Exactly, and that's not to say that the classroom teacher and the school is not already doing a good job.
That's right.
It's just saying that there are some children that need that extra, and it might be that they're having problems with attendance. If that's the case, then we work with the school social worker and the classroom teacher in helping that child. It might be that there are behavioral problems. It might be that there are problems stemming from home. We have a number of children in this county who are homeless or who are very transient, and they are from one home to another with family members. So it might be that there's additional support that is needed there. So it could be academic. It might be that that child needs some extra support in the academic arena, and we might either be able to assist with that or to find additional help. So we do a lot of things. We also provide school supplies, which brings me to one of the items on my list.
Oh, we're going to the list
We're
now.
going to my list
we're
now,
going to
Wayne.
the list. Get ready.
It's not even the 4th of July, but we are already preparing for our annual Stuff the Bus supply drive with the Goldsboro News-Argus.
Okay.
We have not set the date except to know that it will be early August.
Okay.
And I have already had someone from Seymour Johnson to contact me. The base would like to participate in helping us get school supplies, and there will be drop-off points on the base.
All right.
They've not identified those points yet, but they will be contacting me, and we will be starting our supply drive on the base on July the 31st. Excuse me, July 23rd through August 31st.
Okay.
So more information will be coming out about that, and I'm just so excited because this is a chance for us to partner with Seymour Johnson to do things on the base, as well as an opportunity for us to continue the partnership with the Goldsboro News-Argus.
That is wonderful. Two great entities right there, the News-Argus and, of course, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. Always,
Yes.
always a big supporter of anything going on in the community, especially communities in schools.
Exactly, and the reason that I want to share that now is
Yeah.
because I know there's a little lull time around the 4th of July,
Right.
but when people come back from vacations, churches and civic organizations and clubs start thinking about what can we do that will make a positive impact in the community.
And in August, people are getting ready for school.
People are getting ready to go back to school.
That's right.
So if any group is interested in working with us to organize a school supply drive at their church, with their club, we don't have to have school supplies on a set date. We need school supplies all year long.
Yeah, that's right.
There are so many children who absolutely do not need the resources that they need in order to be successful in school. And as a classroom teacher, I know how much it costs to go out and, I mean, you always want every child in your room to have everything that they need to be successful.
You know, Selenna, you said something a moment ago that really strikes a nerve with me, and that is that we have homeless children
And we do.
here in Wayne County. I first heard that just a very few years ago, and it shocked me. We have homeless children
Yes.
in Wayne County.
Yes.
So it brings all kinds of questions to mind. It makes you wonder,
Yes.
well, where are these children living? Where are they staying? Are they out in the woods somewhere? Are they at homeless shelters? What's going on? Where are these children?
And they're all over. There are children in shelters. There are children in homes with relatives. There are children that have been living in cars for a period of time. There are families that will go to a local motel and stay for as long as they can. There are all kinds of scenarios, and you know, the one thing that I guess I always remember, a principal said to me years ago, very early in my career, he said, Selenna, we always need to remember that the very best part of the day for many of these children is when they come to school. And we need to be focused on doing whatever we can to help these kids want to come to school, be successful in school, and then to go home and be productive and to give back to their community. And so that's what it's all about as far as giving back and wanting your community to be a better place.
Right.
And it starts with our schools,
It does.
in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Another thing I want to tell you about today is, as far as partnerships are concerned, you know, we are always looking for new partners.
Oh, sure.
Of course, the Goldsboro News-Argus has always been a great partner. Seymour Johnson is a great partner. We had 3 partners that recently stepped up to do things for us that were just amazing, and they're very different things, but this is just an example of how Businesses do not all have to do the same thing in order to partner with us.
Okay.
Wells Fargo has just provided us with a $2,500 scholarship
Wow.
or grant opportunity to support our Success Coach program. That money gives us additional funding to be able to take kids on field trips, to be able to bring in motivational speakers, to be able to provide incentives and to do things for kids that have set goals and are working hard to achieve those goals.
Okay.
So a very special shout out to Wells Fargo with what they're doing with their educational foundation. Chick-fil-A, Russell Wade, right here at the Chick-fil-A on Berkeley, recently awarded 2 very deserving students with a $1,000 scholarship each.
Wow.
We had a student from Goldsboro High School, Amon McCahern, who is going to Morehouse College in Atlanta. He wants to return to Wayne County and be a music instructor
Wow.
he says, at Goldsboro High School. So Amon
How about
received
that?
a $1,000 scholarship.
To go to Morehouse.
Yes.
That is, well, he's headed the right
He's
direction.
headed in the right place.
That's
And
right.
then we have a very, very deserving young lady from Spring Creek High School.
Right.
Her name is Danae Bunch, and she is going to go into culinary arts.
Oh.
Right now, I think her plan is to go to the culinary program at Lenore Community College.
Okay.
And she was also awarded a scholarship. So very excited about that partnership with Mr. Wade and Chick-fil-A.
Well, she could end up at Chick-fil-A, couldn't she?
She could end up, and I think that's probably part of what attracted Mr. Wade,
Right.
because we have a phenomenal interview process for these scholarships.
How about that?
And then the third partner, and this is in the food industry as well, we had Sweet Frog Yogurt, they are a partner of ours, and they just hosted our Teen Court Volunteer Appreciation event.
Wow.
They set up all of the yogurt for us. We did this in the downstairs conference room at the chamber. We had attorneys, we had local judges, we had teen court volunteers, both adult and kids, who came through, and Pete treated everyone to Sweet Frog Yogurt. So that's another way that a partnership was made available. Pete's a former classroom teacher. He understands what it is that we do.
Right.
And so good people all giving back in whatever way that they can.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And of course, you can always use more.
We can always use more. We can always use money. Checks can always be written to communities and schools of Wayne County.
Sure
But
can.
it's not always just a financial donation.
Right.
We need manpower. We need volunteers. The school year will be beginning very soon. Volunteers in our schools, mentors to work with our kids. We're always willing and ready to talk to businesses and organizations about how they can partner with us.
The graduation coaches, is that part of your program?
Yes, yes.
Tell me about that.
They're now called Success Coaches.
That's what I meant to say.
Right, we have 6.
Do you?
We have 6 schools, 7 coaches. We have Goldsboro High School, Southern Wayne, and Spring Creek High School. And we have Mount Olive Middle, Grantham Middle, and Brogdon Middle.
Okay.
And we have 3 middle schools feeding into our high schools. A lot of people ask us, why don't you have a coach position at Dillard? They've been able to use some other funding to do some things with a similar position at Dillard, but we are not housed there. Our success coaches, who are all educators by trade, they work directly with the principal and the school staff, and these kids are identified that need that extra support. And so that's how we work at the school level.
So on an individual,
Individual.
one-on-one.
Individual, that's right.
And you told me one time about all you have to go through to verify and clarify, and
Yes.
forms you have to fill out, and the numbers and the
Yes.
and
And that is because we
Yeah.
are nationally affiliated.
exactly.
Our national office has a set of standards, both business and site standards, that we have to follow. And we're actually going through national reaccreditation this year. So we are very busy making sure that all of our documentation is the way that it should be for best practice for a nonprofit. We are very closely affiliated with our state office as well, and they will be coming down to do a summer accreditation with us within the next few weeks.
The fact that you're able to prove the success
Yes.
of this program, these programs, is telling. You're able to nail it. Individual numbers. How many successes you've had?
Yes, and everything that we do is monitored and tracked through our data management system, which I'm actually due to submit a report today with all of our numbers for this year.
Right.
But we are in a situation now, there's so many nonprofits, and there are a lot of nonprofits doing a lot of really, really good things. However, when it comes down to big funders trying to decide which nonprofit am I going to give my money to, or even an organization locally, they want to know, are you really doing what you say you're doing?
Sure they do.
So we have the data to show. Last year we individually case managed over 450 children.
Wow.
We served
Yes.
5,000 and some children with what we call level 1 services. We are moving in a new direction this year with something that's called Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 services. And I know this is way more information than you even want today, but you can at least say you've heard it.
I've heard it before.
But Tier 3 services will be provided for children that need more intensive services. It's not that communities and schools will be providing those services, but we will work with the school to resource out and to find a provider for those services.
I guess maybe 3 or 4 months ago you brought some numbers in here and
I
showed us
did.
some numbers. And
I did.
We don't have those numbers right now, but the point is that your success rate is phenomenal.
We think so.
It is phenomenal because I see very little failure. There are always some that slip through the cracks.
Exactly.
Always. But your numbers are so high in success, your percentages are way up there. You're doing something right.
Last year, 100% of the seniors that communities and schools case managed graduated.
Let's see, 100%, that's everybody, isn't it?
That's every child,
Every child.
that we worked with.
Right.
Now, there were some children that were not assigned to us, that for whatever reason they knew that they were going to go into another direction, another program. And so we are assigned students naturally that they feel like we can really help to make a difference in their lives.
Wow.
Now, our numbers for this school year, it will probably be September to October before they come out. So at my annual meeting in November, and you'll get an invitation to that,
And we'll be there.
we will share the numbers from this 2015-16 school year. And of course, my goal is always that I want everything to be 95% and above. And I think we're going to be there.
From what I've seen, you have hit that.
We've had a good year.
Yeah.
It's been a busy year, and it's been a very challenging year for us because we have been going through new standards, new paperwork. This year we're going to roll out a new data management system, so we'll have to become familiar with new everything.
Wow.
Again, for data reporting. But when we put that data in, and our state office, they have it validated by a third-party research firm.
Right.
So it's not just Selenna saying this is what we did, or my state office saying this is what we did, but we have a research evaluation firm in Raleigh that further evaluates everything.
So
And
if there's anything
so
that's not right, they'll find
They're
it.
going to find it,
Yeah.
and we'll be caught on the carpet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what does someone do if they want to volunteer time, if they want to offer manpower, they want to write a check? What do they do?
They call me.
Okay, me. What's that?
919-735-1432.
735-1432.
And they can go to our website, wayne.communitiesandschools.org. We have a phenomenal website that is up to date. It shows you how you can log in and get a subscription to our newsletters.
Okay.
We have a phenomenal online newsletter that Gene Jackson pulls together for us. So you can stay up to date with what is going on, opportunities that are available. Of course, United Way, we partner very closely with them for our teen court program. So you can also even go to the United Way website and see events as they are related to communities and schools on the teen court side of things.
So that's wayne.communitiesandschools.org.
That's exactly right.
Go to that website and you get all kinds of information.
All kinds, and we have a Facebook page as well.
Great. All right, Selenna Bennett, Communities in Schools, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television, Thursday the 23rd of June. We're counting down the days, only a week left in this whole month. Can you believe that? June's almost over, and then we'll be midway through the year. So, who's having a birthday today? The sheep are bellowing. Do sheep bellow or do they? Yes. Anyway. We have a birthday for a guy named Ted Shackelford. Now, if you don't know the name, you would know if you saw him because he's done a lot of stuff. He's been in television and movies a number of years. He's 70 today, 70. If you're a Young and the Restless fan, you remember him as Jeffrey and his twin, evil twin or good twin, William Bardwell. Jeffrey Bardwell and William Bardwell. He played both parts, of course. But on The Young and the Restless, he was also Gary Ewing on Dallas. On Dallas.
Yeah.
You remember Gary, all right? That's Ted Shackelford. He is having a 70th birthday today. Also, Frances McDormand, she was in Fargo. She played Marge. She was also in the movie Mississippi Burning and Almost Famous. You know if you saw her. She's 59 today. 51, Mitch Longley is 51 today. He's done a lot of drama things, nighttime dramas. General Hospital, he did daytime soap operas. He did Port Charles. He also did Judging Amy for a while. He's 51 today. Selma Blair. All right, Selma Blair is Kate on Anger Management, which I'm not necessarily a what's-his-name fan. What's his name? Anyway, you know, Emilio Estevez's brother. Sheen, what's his name? Martin. I'm not a big fan of his, but that is a funny show. Good supporting cast. Anyway, Anger Management. Selma Blair, Kate on Anger Management, is 44 today. And here's another one you may not know the name. Melissa Rauch. Melissa Rauch is on Big Bang Theory. She plays that little squeaky girl, the little blonde with the glasses. Bernadette. She's 36 today. A little squeaky blonde. Well, I mean, you know, that's what she says. Somebody asked her where she got that voice because she doesn't talk like that normally. She said that's her mother. Her mother sounds like that. Poor lady. Anyway, she's having a birthday today. Also, what's special about today? I heard you ask.
Yes. What is special?
See? Okay. Today is the 23rd. Today is oh yeah, Let It Go Day. If you're hanging on, let it go. Just let it go. It's also Pink Flamingo Day.
We don't have any here.
No, we don't have any pink flamingos. It's Public Service Day. That's good. That's a good thing. It's Runner's Selfie Day. So if you're running, be careful when you take a selfie because you don't want to trip or run into a car or anything like that.
And it's pretty hard to do.
It is hard to do. Runner's Selfie Day. It's also SAT Math Day. That's a tough one. And it's Typing Day. It's Typing Day. There you go. All right. Today's trivia question. Are we ready for that? Category for today's trivia question is bugs that annoy you. Okay, maybe not. The category is cats. That's the category for today's trivia question. Okay. Oh, come on. What was the name of the animated cat?
Sorry, I just blew in that microphone.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we'll have
you have to cut that
maybe
one.
we can cut that out. Okay. All right, we need a fan out here. Okay.
I was fine until you started talking about bugs.
Okay.
Don't talk about bugs.
We're not talking about bugs. Today's category is cats, and the question is, what was the name of the animated cat that constantly chased Tweety Bird? Everybody knows Tweety Bird, right? Oh, I thought I saw a putty tat, right? What was the putty tat's name? That's the question. Boom, 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 boom.
Do they even play that cartoon anymore?
I'm not sure. You know what? I'm still irritated about the fact that a lot of these networks have taken Saturday morning cartoons off. They have stopped running them. You can go to the Cartoon Network. They show things like that sometimes, but not like it used to be. Times change.
It has.
Yeah, times change. And there are some people who want to keep hanging on, but let it go. It's let it go day today. It is. You know what? I'm going to let it go. We're going to go to our next interview now. Paige Learnard of Crime Stoppers is with us with a real quick and short crime of the week. That's up next on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today, Sergeant Paige Learnard of Crime Stoppers comes in to tell us about the latest crime of the week, and I am glad you're here.
Thank you as always for having me.
I'm glad you're here. What's the latest?
Well, I wanted to talk about a break-in that happened on June 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
There is a residence located, we're just going to say, in 800 block of 11th Street. Apparently, what appears to be more than likely more than one person broke into this residence and did $20,000 at least worth of damage to the inside. And while they were there, they decided to steal a TV and some additional items. But, you know, the main thing that we are concerned about, obviously, is the break-in and the fact that, you know, we have a homeowner that has $20,000 worth of damage.
Right.
And it was extensive. And so we would like anybody that's got any information about this person or these people to come forward and tell us, you know, what they know or what they've heard. We'd like to definitely prosecute this case.
So you're looking for information, well, it could be from anybody.
Right.
It may be someone who knows the perpetrators, who
Right.
heard them bragging about it, as they often do, or something
That's
like
right.
that. Or it may be somebody around 11th Avenue or 11th Street.
Exactly. You know, somewhere up in that area, and you know, the North William, 11th Street area, somewhere up in that vicinity. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you've got people that go in and just do a lot of damage, you know, and their mission is not necessarily to steal items, but to just do a lot of damage, you know, you can kind of funnel what you're looking for, or maybe have an idea of what you're looking for, but, you know, you're still dealing with property damage, and the owners are, you know, upset, and, you know, some important things were in there.
And this was June 2nd.
This was June 2nd of this year, and we're just hoping anybody out there's got any information.
But we don't have a time of day because nobody knew that this was going on.
Yeah, June 2nd is actually when the property owner located the damage, and they're not at this residence every day, so we don't have the specific time that the damage was done.
Yeah, okay.
So,
well, the numbers are crawling across the bottom of the screen there, right there. And if you happen to know anything at all, regardless of how big or how small you think this information is, contact Crime Stoppers. And that number, 919-735-2255, or 222, that is 919-222-4230.
all right.
To text, right?
That's right.
All right. Sergeant Paige Learnard of Crime Stoppers, and I appreciate you coming in. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. And I don't have the hours right here in front of me, but there's some really nice people out here. There's a center you can go into and look at some of the artifacts, some of the historical artifacts there. The old law offices of Charles B. Aycock, the educational offices. He was a teacher of the Charles B. Aycock, known as the education governor of North Carolina. Some of the old buildings here, they're just absolutely gorgeous. Everything's been redone. And it's just beautiful old buildings. There's a lot of livestock here, sheep and goats and some guineas and geese. And what else have we seen?
I think that's about it.
That's about it, isn't it? Anyway, it's a fun place to go. You can have a picnic here. It's open to the public. But it's just a really nice place to go and kind of relaxing, as a matter of fact, providing you catch a nice breeze on a warm day like it is today. All right?
Yes, without the bugs.
Without the bugs. Leave the bugs at home. Say, look here, bug, let it go. Child car safety seat checking stations. There's 2 checking stations. Child car seats are made by different manufacturers, and some of them are made in different applications where you may have trouble putting it in or installing it properly in your car. Well, you can get somebody to help you do that, figure it out, and check it out for you. Partnership of Children of Wayne County will help you with that every day, Monday through Thursday. Every day, Monday through Thursday, and you would need to make an appointment by calling 919-735-3371. 735-3371. Make an appointment. Go by there Monday through Thursday, anytime between anytime between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Yes.
They see the ranger coming,
They
so
see
they
the
all
ranger.
think they're going to
They
get
think they're
fed.
getting food now. Okay, so they're all getting excited here. All right, we're going to do this again bright and early tomorrow morning. We'll be here at 7 a.m. So until then, I'm Wayne Alley,
And I'm Pat Garner.
and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.